Hello, folks, and welcome back to your Esports U live coverage. Welcome to the ESU week number 6. We've got the lovely Colton on production bringing you all the pretty pictures. I'm your new face for the week, Relic, and I've got the lovely, deepest voice in all of esports,
Ah,
Pyro J, alongside me. Pyro, it's a pleasure to meet you, to be working with you, and especially at a crucial time in this season, in this group that we're covering here today. We've got an exciting best of 5 on our hands.
we do. And crucial, you really can't understate it at this point. We're in those final weeks of the NJCAA here, and with only the two top teams making it out of this group stage into the postseason, albeit maybe a third place tiebreaker, it's pretty cutthroat. And we're looking at two of the top teams in group number 4 right now. St. Clair County sitting at a 4-1 record, and Trinity Valley sitting at a 5-0 undefeated. Relic. This is a match where I just can't wait to see how they clash, because one of these teams, I feel like Trinity has to go get a loss at some point, and matching up against St. Clair, that could be their best chance to maybe find that loss.
Yeah, it's crunch time in the US over here with our soccer stuff going on. We've got squeaky bum time, of course. Whatever way you put it, really at this point, if you're losing series, it's the worst time to lose it, right? Because of course you've got St. Clair, as you said, they're sitting on 4-1. So they already know that they've got that loss on the board. And especially since you've mentioned that potential third place tiebreaker situation, you really don't want to think, oh God, another more important match than ever coming up. So getting into that top 2 is great. You say this team, Trinity Valley, they've got to lose at some point, but do they really? Because you've got Dallas Eastfield right at the top of the group on 6-0. I hear that potentially we're ready to head straight in, and so perhaps we should move on to the pitch in this best of 5. But Trinity Valley, look, I mean, their lossless ratio
Yeah.
is at stake here. And actually, to be fair, if they go ahead and if they beat third in the group, Pyro J, what a huge statement going forward. Say, Earth is ours for the taking now.
Yeah, it would absolutely be theirs for the taking, but honestly, I'm looking for a statement out of TVCC tonight. Yes, they're 5-0, Relic, but 2 of those are forfeits from what I saw, and another is a bye week win. So really, I need themselves to prove it against another top team like St. Clair. This is their moment to do that. If TVCC want to prove Trinity Valley that they are the top team, this is the time to do it. And we're going to do it in style here tonight, Relic. I'm already seeing a nomad on the field for Trinity. I love it.
I'm so happy. I am the car. Listen, when I am the car dude, I am a Flakes stan. I love any special vehicle taking to the pitch. So to have the newest one of the rostrum here today, well, I hope that it works out for Truly Salmon. So far, it's been a pretty standard affair in terms of Rocky League. It's game 1. You're trying to gauge your opponents. It's an important match as well. And that all-important first goal could make the difference. It goes the way of Trinity Valley. Havoc with the go-ahead.
Yeah, it was a little too calm, little too quiet here, and you saw the defense just getting a little too situated there on the back line. A zinger came out and allowed for Trinity Valley to strike first. The undefeated team gets first blood here in the best of 5 of NJCAAE, and they're looking for more.
Yeah, right now looking at Clair County, a little bit difficult for them to try and move out. A nice idea from Sam actually moving in field, but Zesty's going to try and counter-attack here. Gets past one really nice idea, but the clearance is a little bit too easy. Forces Jake onto the retreat here, into the corner, gets that 100 boost, but leaves possession to Ikes. It's another infield pass, no one willing to commit to this, as it's gone sideward once again, loose once again, and look at that blue team all huddled up. It's a save away, but playing a little bit too passive for my liking.
Passive and clumpy. A lot of blue in one zone, and all it takes really is a long clear for Trinity to start this possession that's just never ending. We're waiting for that chance for St. Clair to capitalize, and maybe with a clear here they can do that, but can they maintain possession the same way that St. Clair does? It looks like maybe not.
They're giving up a lot of possession. Looks like they're going the way of Route 1 Rocket League. It's basically go from your own half and launch it downfield and hope that there's someone to figure out the rest. There's Havoc there. That was a bit loose as Truly Sam denies another. Finally, some shots on the board for St. Clair County. Ikes is going to leave this, and Zesty almost slips it in underneath the crossbar. The clearance away is not good enough. Truly Sam again stepping in to convert that clearance into something a little bit more substantial. But nice to see some creative ideas coming out from St. Clair Pyro. Nice to see them showing a bit of initiative. 2 minutes 20 left on the clock. That's still plenty of time to find themselves an equalizer.
Yeah, we're finally getting that back and forth and maybe even chances as well. Ratsiuk looking to take advantage himself with a pass off of the backboard. Not going to be enough. They're not afraid to get physical either. Truly Sam, the one with majority of the clears here for Trinity Valley, the one to transition the possession in their favor, is taken out of the field. And look at him getting the pass out there as well. Opportunities galore here for Trinity Valley, as again the chance denied by Zesty. It's still a 1-point game and some back and forth for St. Clair, so they're getting these chances. They just got to finish them.
Utilizing a lot of boost there, Jake, to get it upfield. Helped up by Ratsiuk. Truly Sam, was in a difficult position. Ike's actually coming out there, really bailing him out with a strong clearance at that. It's forced into the blue half once again. Oh, and that's a miscontrol. Havoc lurking. Palmed away by Zesty, but Trinity Valley looking to wind up the gears once again, trying to find a second goal that really would give them a bit of daylight. Zesty again on hand to put it over to the corner. This is all they can do for now. Backboard hit. Is there a follow-up? Yes, but another strong clearance sees St. Clair keep it at a 1-goal game.
These communication breakdowns happening, though, for St. Clair as they try to move into another shooting opportunity. We've seen double commits. We've seen stronger rotations out of Trinity Valley, but maybe just a crashing on the boards could be enough for St. Clair. They won't find it that time as Trinity Valley clumping up on the goal line, but that's not going to be enough. Zesty comes in with a heater to equalize.
As this game was going on, you got the impression it was going to be this man making something happen. He latches onto this one. It's a simple enough shot. He catches out the defense in rotation. And to be fair, based on what we've seen thus far, St. Clair have at least deserved this equalizer. Yes, it was a difficult first minute and a half, but great to see them bite back with intention. 45 seconds left now. Are we going to see an overtime for our opening game? In a reminder, this best-of-5 scenario, this is dangerous. And gets a double commit here. Jake, nice flick up, but doesn't have any boost to follow it. Gives it up to Trinity Valley. 100 boost steal as well, but a much better clearance coming through from Zesty. Again, denied at the midfield line by Truly Sam. Dangerous, trying to get to 50. That's going to the backboard. Truly Sam looking for a cute little drop-down pass. He finds Havoc, who actually just clean out and misses the ball, and Zesty again throws it into the orange half for now.
Gonna be a final chance here before we get to overtime, if even that. Truly Sam downfield past 2 defenders looking for the final shot, denied by Zesty. Who other than Zesty drops to the ground. One last chance. Ratsiuk to Zesty. Zesty back up again. All 3 members of Trinity Valley clashing onto that ball, and Jake will rest it down. Both teams surviving the firefight, and they say, let's duel it out in overtime.
We got a good series, Pyro. We got a real good series on our hands. 1-1. And St. Clair and Trinity Valley, it was all Trinity, then St. Clair. And how about that drop-down shot as Jake puts this one away? It's very much 50-50 going into this overtime. And for those of you who don't really know the rules of overtime, pretty simple. Golden goal scenario. Score first, you win the game. Havoc over the top of 1. Zesty over to the side. Sam right back into the middle. Oh, that's straight to Ratsiuk, who misses the touch. Ikes gets a demo on Ratsiuk, actually, going for this backboard pass. Great clearance from Zesty, but there's Havoc to pick up the pieces round the corner. Again, loose ball, double commit. Ike's lurking, looking for that infield pass, misses the ball again. Mistakes coming out from both sides. Mistakes coming out, crucially, from St. Clair, who were ball watching more than they were goal mouth watching. Havoc scores, Trinity Valley gets the first game.
Oh, the weight and the pressure of this unlimiting possession for Trinity Valley is going to be enough for them to get that final goal in overtime. The bigger cars win the challenge here, Relic. I can't help but to paint the dichotomy right now between Trinity Valley with the fattest car possible, and St. Clair had Zesty with the breakout, probably the flattest car indeed. So you said you're a vehicle aficionado here in Rocket League, Relic. I couldn't help but to paint that picture and say that Trinity with the big cars get the big win.
Well, listen, in terms of flattest, I think you could probably go to the Mantis, perhaps the Batman, like the Batman v Superman Batmobile as well. But you're absolutely, I mean, to be fair, whether car size has anything to do with it, I'm not entirely sure, because for me, St. Clair found their way back into the game, and great credit should be given to them. However, it says a lot to me that Jake is top of their points leaderboard with 6 saves. I think the overall chances created and the overall quality of chance created was much better from Trinity Valley. And it really showed in that overtime. It's always nervy. It's always scary, knowing that you got to score that 1 goal, knowing when to risk it to try and get that breakthrough. And it was ultimately a defensive mishap there where all 3 players were caught out of goal. I wouldn't wager in saying ball chasing necessarily, but looking a little bit too intently at where the ball was going rather than looking that 2 steps ahead of them and thinking, well, maybe there's going to be a third man here coming in for that shot on an open net. As it turned out, truly Sam is truly spectacular at the beginning of this one, though. What a flick. 1-0 Trinity.
Nomad mains, pay close attention because that's how you weave in and out through the defense. Get the flick right under the crossbar. Unbelievable tone setter here for Trinity Valley. They won the first game. They're looking to win even more. Chances on the board, great for them, but in another impending shot here for St. Clair. Another final take here. Jake with the dunk. That's gonna tie it up quick.
Much quicker than game 1 as well, it should be noted. Ikes, that's not the greatest clearance, and Havoc completely fluffs his lines had he just spiked that into the backboard. We were talking about a much better clearance, at least it's away from the danger area. But he missed and it didn't, so this is why we're in this situation now. And that's going to be a great confidence booster for St. Clair, as they know that they can go toe-to-toe with Trinity Valley a little bit earlier in the game than last time out. That's a miss. Trinity Sam going for the backboard, no one to receive it. Jake looking for the dunk here again. It goes past him via Havoc, and there's Zesty. Picking up the 100 boost is Ikes, getting involved is Ikes, but look at that, another 50 challenge goes neutral. Ratsyuk with a shot towards net, but it's a bit soft, and Ikes with the save.
And Ike's not going to be able to pick up that one. I think the St. Clair with this tied up scenario. Oh no, not any longer. Truly Sam coming in like the mountain he is, and his presence is well known on this shot.
Beep, beep, watch out for that leap. It's truly Sam on the case once again. 2-1 within the first minute. And again, a defensive mishap from one of these 2 teams, seeing that goal ultimately find the back of the net. It's another shot away. It's another weak clearance. It's another strong shot. And it's a big save. It's not going to be enough. 3-1 Trinity Valley.
We've seen this come about so often with St. Clair on their own goal line. There's hardly any momentum for them there. You talked about the ball chasing, Relic, in other scenarios. I want to focus in on that backline defense. It is as still as a statue. And these skippers, they need to hop, leap, and skip into action because right now they're too slow for my liking.
It appears that in order to form that defensive rotation, it might take as long to make the statue in that as well. And I couldn't agree with you more. It is the defense which is really letting St. Clair down right now. Not to say the Trinity's is particularly spectacular either. They've had their own mistakes, as that was far too high a press. It's an open net that Ikes might still spurn here. Up goes Ratsyuk with the save away. It's a shot back in. Jake off the post. St. Clair are in a bit of a rut here, and they've got to stabilize the, no pun intended, the ship.
Listen, Relic, you talked about keeping that ship established with the saves earlier that they had. Now I'm seeing why they have so many saves, because there's an impending doom of shots collapsing upon the St. Clair goal line. Another to add to the tally. That is already 8 shots on this game and 4 on the board for Trinity.
The name's Trinity. Which one's going to get the first hat-trick? It's between Havoc and Truly Sam at the moment. 3:04, 4-1 the scoreline, going the way of the orange team. And, well, I was in delight, wasn't I, back at overtime? What a series we have on our hands. Well, things have escalated quickly. That said, one of the ultimate faux pas of Rocket League, Pyro, is don't carry the ball across your own goal mouth when there's somebody literally there ready to steam through you. 4-2.
There are few sports players that can pull something like that off. Like maybe if LeBron James played car soccer and decided, okay, come at me. Defense, offense, anyone, I'm still going to handle you out of this situation. Maybe a little more handling needed in that situation. A very dire one. Indeed, that swings a lot of momentum here. I mean, you're talking about St. Clair way on their backs here with 3-4 uncontested goals from Trinity. Now it's a game. Now it's a 2-point game with still half of it remaining. And Trinity Valley still appear to be on the defensive side. Trying to move this ball out. We'll see if they can regain control.
How do we have such a different scoreline, yet almost exactly the same story as game number 1, where Trinity Valley take the advantage and then all of a sudden Clair County roars back into life? That is a beautiful touch from both players involved there. First of all, for St. Clair, a great setup, and then for Trinity Valley, truly Sam really putting on the cape in that scenario. There's still over 2 minutes, or just under 2 minutes left, I should say, of this game. Oh, that was a little bit ambitious. Wrong position there for Ratsyuk, and there he goes again. Jake gives that up quite easily, although a ricochet out into the midfield there on the far side. Oh, Ratsyuk, you got to keep it down, buddy.
And an overwhelmingly long possession for St. Clair, and it almost hurts them more than it does their opponent. So many chances, so many shots, but they're misfired. It's hard to see those opportunities misgiven, but there they go again and again, and maybe taking advantage is Havoc. A booming shot that sends right out of the way as St. Clair's still finding saves. Almost here at a minute in a game where St. Clair might need to find a win here. Otherwise, Relic, they'll have to pull off that reverse sweep that hardly any team wants to be in the situation of.
It has been a rapid pace. And really, it has been a game of mistakes. Zesty being kept quiet. That's gone wide, but only just as Ikes gets the demo on Ratsyuk, but the counterattack isn't on, actually. Both players perhaps miscommunicating, waiting for someone else to take it. What a bump and what a miss from Truly Sam. It rattles the post. Oh, is that going to come back and haunt them later? Is the counterattack from Zesty closed down by Truly Sam? It's 30 seconds left, and Trinity Valley looking to hold this 2-0, or this 2-goal lead, I should say.
St. Clair want to leverage this mistake here, and they're trying, but they need to work at this time. It's a shot that goes away from Eggs, and what a redirect as well towards the net. More pressure impending upon St. Clair that is going to take away the time they need. Zesty looking to get it to Ratsyuk, but it is intercepted by Truly Sam, and the big-bodied car going to clear this back out to the half-court line. Time's a wearing thin. There's no more chances now. Oh. Trinity Valley take game 2 and hold on to that 2-goal lead.
Update from chat. Important update from chat. Only Zen, thank you. Of course, the proviso going into this is there's a lot of players that we've got to keep track of. We don't know all of their names. Turns out it's not Ikes. I thought the one was replacing an I. Actually, it's just A1X. So A1X it is. And A1X actually having the quietest game of all of them. It was all Havoc and Truly Sam in front of net. Of course, that important scenario now for Trinity Valley is that they are on to match point scenario. One more win, and they get themselves up onto 6-0. Matching the top of the leaderboard. And for St. Clair, they are a bit of backs against the wall here. It's not to say that their season is completely ruined if this result goes against them, Pyro. But again, you don't want to be in that third place situation come the group stage end.
You really don't. And in this scenario, I'll say the portion that's working for them in this series is that things have appeared to stabilize a bit. They got really caught back towards the beginning half of this game, number 2, where it was, I think, 4 uncontested goals in Trinity in that first half. But then the back half, even, it was still 2-4, 2-4. They kept at it. They looked like they were right up to the same potential that we're seeing out of Trinity Valley. But now they need the edge. If they can't get it here in game number 3, then this match is signed, sealed, delivered. And that ship is going to right its course a bit away from where they were intending at first. Game number 3 is on.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the fort. Ooh, it was of course 1-1 to Trinity, then 1-0 Trinity, 1-1 St. Clair. Then the 3 unanswered goals. And really that for me it kind of tells the story of where St. Clair need to improve. That's a great demo. That's a good save from Ratsyuk. For me, I need to see St. Clair taking the first lead of this game. I need to see them taking the series by the horns and just trying to get themselves a bit of an upper leverage here more than anything, because they've always had to be fighting from behind. They've not had a go-ahead situation themselves. And I think that's quite telling as to Trinity Valley's overall possession in the midfield. Again, their quality of chances much better overall. Though again, it's a similar situation to game number 1 here. Testing each other, no real threatening surges forward, I would say, from either side. Here's A1X, as we've learned his name as, is Ratsyuk with the challenge. Zesty round 1, Zesty trying to get round 2. It's a great save away by Havoc, who finds his way downfield and into no man's land, really, as Ratsyuk ends up with the ball.
Feels like we never took a pause between game number 2 and game number 3. Is that back half? A lot of no scoring back and forth, and here we are back again with
nice
that.
pinch.
Maybe a team pinch can swing things into action here for St. Clair. Any momentum that they can gather will be useful because, as you said, Relic, the initial tone setter, oh, it could be big for them, and taking advantage of more misses from Trinity will help them as well. A tough miss there from Sam.
There was a lot of this in the previous couple of games. Sideways clearances, which aren't the worst thing in the world if you're communicating with your team and they're ready to do, if they're ready to do something. Truly, Sam, I tell you what, St. Clair were lucky. If he had any boost, that might have been a beautiful redirect. That is not a beautiful whiff. Havoc is going to be gobbling this one up. 1-0 Trinity Valley.
Taking advantage this time around. They're looking for those redirects. This is a team, Trinity Valley, that's not afraid to do the cherry picking. Head up field, wait for the clear, and dime it up. But hey, when you're not picking up those shots on the redirects, you're forcing some physicality on the back line. You're taking St. Clair out of their rhythm. And with the double commits, they could be out of their rhythm. But hey, more bodies on the ball, more chances to score, right, Relic?
It's the citrus fruit that they needed to have a little sip of, really. Zesty was so quiet in game number 2 and finally back on the score sheet in game number 3. You're absolutely right. It was a double commit. It speaks to larger problems, perhaps not even miscommunication, lack of communication, which that is a big worry, especially when we're talking about the level of Rocketeers that we're seeing on the pitch. And again, the defensive rotation just breaks apart. A1X restores the lead.
That's rotations. We're trying to get there, but it was the bump from Uncle Sam that took out that last goalie. And what better car to get the physicality in order than an enormous monster machine coming right at you. You don't even try to jump or avoid the demolition. You just accept it at this point. I truly do. Imagine that's a scenario when you have a car like that running at you. They got the ball running at them right now for St. Clair. Trying to get this one away and regain control, but it's still firing away at them.
Do you remember Monster Machines? Did you have them over in the US?
I was thinking more Monsters Inc., you know, Scooby-Doo and that.
I mean, they were tiny little cars. That was almost a tidy little goal, however, as Jake is saved away by Truly Sam. And here he is again. Lovely ball control. Lovely communication between these three, leaving it for A1X. It doesn't really it doesn't evolve into anything, but I like the idea. I don't like the double commit. I really don't like the open net. And that's an easy one for A1X. They are looking at the sweep.
Mystery Machine was what I was thinking of from Scooby-Doo, and he's going to use that machine to get yet another bump on the final defender. They need a heartbeat sensor from Call of Duty in Rocket League, and they need it on Truly Sam. They need to know his location at all times because he is the difference maker, the opportunity creator right now for Trinity Valley. They are on a tear to try and get this final game win that could give them the sweep against the 4-1 St. Clair. And why not dime up another?
Gotta say, color me impressed. Color me very much impressed. This could have been a real banana peel of a game, a real banana peel of a series for Trinity Valley when you're so close to securing a playoff spot. It's week 6 of 9, remember, folks, and so not many more opportunities to get wins on the board now, but they are playing with aplomb. You can tell, oh my word, that was some late heroics from A1X. Ratsyuk not able to punish. You can tell that they have plenty of fans in chat, that is for sure, and lovely to see all of you out here.
They're out here, Relic, to cheer, to jeer for their team, to do the magic. Right now, they got to do it on their backline, though. It's Zesty to look for it. Ratsyuk to set up another opportunity. Jake looking at a shot here, and that's just gonna be enough. A floater, a lob to pick up, and new hope for St. Clair.
But will the Empire strike back? That is the question. 59 seconds, the Lions' share of a minute to score 2 goals. Not impossible. However, I need to see a goal quick. I need to see a goal in the next 20 seconds to feel any sort of optimism about this potential comeback, because let's be fair, St. Clair has been in this situation before. They've been in a 4-2 situation before. They haven't been in a 5-2 situation before. That might just be the dagger into the heart.
And what better than Sam utilizing that car like an octane, and Zesty, kind of a ridiculous angle as well. Listen, you gotta pull off the sharpest of plays in the most dire of times. It's when you have to reach your full potential as a player, when your back's against the wall, when you have to make that magic happen. These players from Trinity Valley, they know how to clutch up, ice out, and make these plays happen. Beautiful shot to put him in a 3-goal lead in the final 30. It's looking good for Trinity.
Another potential opportunity there. Uncle Sam misses. I'm calling him Uncle Sam. It's truly Uncle Sam. He really is working well together, encouraging. You can tell in the background again. You can tell that all 3 of these players are simply talking, and there'll be plenty for us to talk about afterwards. It's a late shot in the day for Ratsyuk, and it's again thrown downfield by this Trinity Valley squad that are going to head onto 6-0. They are going to be matching Dallas Eastfield at the top of the table, and poor St. Clair County have been swept. Any consolation goal from Zesty? No, it comes painfully short. Would you believe it? They're actually going to lose a position in the table by going on to 4-2. The Lincoln Landloggers, they're going to head up into 3rd because they've only lost 1 game. They still have only won 4, however. You know, you look at that stats board and you say, actually, it was probably closer than other games in terms of shots created from the St. Clair side. But again, just the Trinity Valley quality up against the St. Clair lack of quality in defense. That was really the big difference maker for me. And again, Trinity Valley didn't have to play great defensively to secure the win on all 3 occasions.
Right, yeah. Defensiveness is going to be useful, but when you have such offensive production from Trinity, it's just overwhelming enough to take the win. And especially from Truly Sam, we're talking 4 assists. We talked about him being the opportunity creator, rallying the troops, and boy, there's no better way to do that than to get the playmaker title and more. So Trinity Valley, I'll admit, I doubted them at the beginning with some of the FFs, some of the bye weeks, but man, they are proving us that they truly are an undefeated team. That's exactly the way they look today, Relic.
A1X probably the fans' favorite. Truly Sam gets the MVP from me just for choosing the Nomad. No other reason. You played well done, but you chose the best car. Question for chat, though. Are we going to have an interview? We're going to find out after this break, so stay put, and we'll see you on the other side. Hey, guess what? It's interview time. It's myself, Relic. I'm joined by Pyro J, the lovely Colton on production, and it's time to talk to the fans' favorite. Let's have a little chat with A1X, shall we? A1X, of course, part of the Trinity College team that just put out St. Clair in a sweep. One of the things which I was picking up on throughout that entire series, A1, was it just seemed like you guys were vibing together beautifully, talking a lot. Do you think that communication is one of your greatest strengths? And actually, are there any other strengths that you feel that you have on your fellow competitors?
Oh yeah, our communication has been on top notch lately, and that was the one thing we've been focusing on, especially since last semester, because communication in all games, honestly, is very important. So I take communication very seriously in Rocket League, especially when a lot of teams that I've noticed do double commit and they seem to panic and everything, and I try to get us to be calm and even like us playing out of practice. We That's another thing of our strength. We bond together. We know each other really well, and Havoc and I, we've went to high school together. Fun fact. And Sam, we have always talked to him outside of school, and man, it's just nice to have a team that likes to bond, but also be on par with the communication and just wanting to go forward with our progress.
That's lovely. Yeah, you don't get many teams like that, so you gotta
No,
revel in the
sir.
moment and
No,
enjoy it
sir.
like you said. I wanna
Mhm.
branch off of the communication a little bit.
Mhm.
How do you end up communicating with a teammate here, A1X, that ends up choosing the Nomad? Is there a conversation that happens there to be like, hey, man, you're gonna change that before the game, right?
Fun fact, there was some, talk about the Nomad, I'm not gonna lie, but truly Sam, he's very skilled, so I trust him, with all my heart, and, when he talks about how, "Man, I feel good in this car," and he switches a lot of cars. He went from Octane to Fennec to the Batmobile to the Mustang. Then he went to the Nomad, and then he just stuck with the Nomad. And I think he's gonna go back to the Fennec now. So it's like he feels good in certain cars, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go back to this. So I mean, I trusted him, and with his performance, I couldn't ask for more. Honestly, he played lights out, and it's just awesome. Fun fact, Havoc was gonna run it Ford F-150. I kind of stopped him there. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of stopped him there.
I
So,
mean, hey, just you keep the enemy guessing, right? I mean,
oh,
that's
I mean, yeah, yeah.
you never know what you're going to blow. It's a nice
E
strategy. Hey,
exactly.
tell you what else a good strategy is, right? Is you now have an opportunity to not only shout yourself out in your various socials, but you also get to rep your school. So, who should people follow if they want to learn more about Trinity?
So if they want to learn about Trinity Valley Community College, they should follow the Twitter at TVCC Esports, and if they want to follow my Twitter, it's gonna be at A1X Official. And of course, we have a Twitch and Instagram and all that. So we are pretty much active on our social media every single day. So if you want to follow that, at TVCC Esports and Twitter, and mine is at A1X Official.
Hey, before you go, A1, I actually have a fun fact for you.
Hmm.
Of course, the system is different over here in the UK, but in our equivalent to high school, I actually went to a Trinity school myself, so I feel a
Oh,
bond.
no kidding!
I feel a nice bond. It's been lovely getting to know you.
Awesome.
It's been lovely seeing you play. Good luck with the rest of your group season, and hopefully see you in the playoffs.
Thank you guys so much.
Cheers, A1. Pyro, what a day. What
Oh,
a lovely day of Rocket League. I mean, listen, it all goes so fast. It's a best of five. You might get 5 games. You just got three today, but we saw a team playing to their utmost potential. We've listened to a great guy who's clearly so confident and happy with where he and the team are at. It's just good vibes all around.
absolutely. You couldn't ask for better. Rocket League, yeah, the game five, best of five would have been overtime classic. But listen, this is a different spin that you get on esports. Use some stories, some narratives coming out of this. And look at that, man. You got Trinity Valley still undefeated at 6-0.
Mm.
So yeah, if you ask me, Relic couldn't ask for better.
And you know what? I couldn't but ask for a better audience. You've all been absolutely fantastic out there. So give yourselves a pat on the back. I couldn't have asked for a better co-commentator with me today. It's been lovely working with you, Pyro. It's been fantastic. It's been great sharing the not just the virtual booth with yourself, but of course the wonderful Colton, who's been fantastic on production. He's been wonderful. And hey, guess what? The esports U action doesn't stop here because okay, it's about half past now. Well, if you wait 30 minutes and you come back to the stream, we got some Super Smash Brothers Ultimate coming your way. We got the ECAC. We got the lovely Daxity. We got the lovely Soy coming at you with that action. So be sure to give us a follow, give us a subscribe if you're feeling cheeky, and be sure to enjoy some lovely Super Smash Brothers action. We hope that you've enjoyed the action here with Rocket League. There is more later in the week with all sorts of games on display. This has been Esports U. I've just been Relic, and from all of us here, it is a very warm goodbye.